I'm gonna make some sourdough discard cheesy crackers. I am not gonna measure all of this. I'm kind of an eyeballer, as y'all may know, but I do have it measured out on the PDF for you. But I have some grated, freshly grated is the best way, cheddar cheese here, and I'm gonna pour in my discard right into this. And then I have a few tablespoons of melted butter that I'm gonna toss in there. You can also use olive oil, avocado oil, and I am just gonna put a little bit of onion powder and garlic powder in here, and a little bit of salt. I'm gonna mix it up with a rubber spatula. I like using unfed starter for this so that it's a little bit more liquidy than recently fed starter that tends to be a lot thicker. It makes it a lot easier to spread nice and thin because you want your crackers spread as thin as possible so they get crispy. I am using the largest sheet pan that I have and a big piece of parchment paper to fit the whole pan. And I'm going to spread, or just pour rather, all of this cracker dough, if you will, on here. I like using a rubber bench scraper to get this all spread out as evenly as we can. So see how that's spread nice and evenly, and then you can either bake it just like this. I like to add everything bagel to the top. It is so good. So I'm gonna just kind of liberally sprinkle everything bagel across the top of these. I like to go in with a little flaky sea salt. Okay, so I'm gonna pop these into a preheated 325-degree oven for 10 minutes. And then we're gonna pull them out and score them into cracker shapes before they're baked through, and then pop them back into the oven for anywhere from 10, 20, even 30 minutes, depending on how thick you made them, until they're all nice and golden brown and cooked through. It has been 10 minutes in the oven. So I'm gonna take the straight edge of just my rubber bench scraper here, and I'm just gonna score them. And then across this way. And back in the oven, we will go with these until they are crispy and golden brown throughout. Anywhere from 10 to 20, even 30 more minutes, depending on the thickness.
I'm not really sure what happened with my audio here, but I pulled them out and the outside ones were done, but the inside ones still needed some more time in the oven. So I pulled some of the outside ones off so that they would not burn and stuck them back in the oven for a while.
They're finally done. They took a little longer than usual, but I did have a lot of discard and they actually are pretty thick, even though they looked like they were thinly spread. Just bear in mind, the thinner you can get them, the faster that they'll cook. Bryce just ate a whole bunch of these in hummus and said it was really, really good. So these are so delish. Highly recommend if you have some discard to use up. Super duper easy. And I will have the PDF download recipe linked on my link tree for y'all to use.